Warning, Hebrews Toys Reviews is not intended for children. It is for adult collectors and the people over the age of 18.
Toys, what are they? Are they just mere little trinkets to sit on the shelf and to be admired, to collect dust perhaps, and to watch as through the plastic glow of innocence, which reminds you of your childhood and nostalgia and memories? Or are they to be taken out of their virtual prison plastic prisons and to be used as a tool for the imagination to expand and to grow? Well, to us, a lot of those toys and a whole lot more were explored. As a child, we used to play with them, oftentimes with our friends, our cousins, brothers and sisters. We would receive these toys on Christmases, birthdays, and oftentimes have birthday parties in the themes of these toys. A lot of memories are kept within these toys. It's a lot more than just some plastic trinket to be kept on the shelf collecting dust. A lot more than that. And one man understood this. And that man had a dream and opened up a toy store. Sure, you've seen a lot of toy stores in your lifetime. Toys R Us, KB Toys, Toys Galore. Different regions had different names for different things. But, brother, you ain't never seen a toy store like this. You see, because this is much more than just a toy store. This is a time portal. A time portal to the past, into your memories as a little kid. This time portal exists in Evansville, Indiana. And I visited this time portal here recently. And by the way, a shout out to Pixel Dan for his couple videos that he made on this store. If it weren't for him, I would have never had any knowledge of this. So thank you, Pixel Dan. And I will leave a link in the description for his channel as well. But anyway, journey with me. As up from the ashes arise a great phoenix. You see, because even in certain tragedies can come the greatest of things. Come on, take a trip. Take a trip to Evansville, Indiana, and a little toy store with a big heart. We're standing here in front of Evansville Games and Toys in Evansville, Indiana. And we're going to check out this store. It's not quite open yet.
I love that Baby Yoda.
But when it does open, we'll be in there to check things out and even get an exclusive interview with the owner. First thing I noticed inside the store here at Evansville, Indiana, and Evansville Toys and Games is the wrestling stuff, the original Hasbro ring, and then you can see they have just tons of Ghostbusters popper proton guns from the 80s. Those might either be from the 80s. I went by way too fast on that, and then you can see Ninja Turtles there. This store has the feel, and my wife said it as we were leaving, she said that was more like KB Toys. And I sort of agree with her in a way, but as I went down through here, you could see my camera's going by just a little bit too fast, but you got the Ninja Turtle aisle, and you go down here. Now I slowed it down a bit. You see the wrestlers next to the Ninja Turtles. There's Ric Flair. There's the 2002 Ninja Turtle series, or maybe that was 2005. There's DuckTales, some of the Disney toys. It's really hard to talk about because I'm going by a little too fast. There's the Tick action figure. I think that's his sidekick there. And, you know, just different things going on here. You see some Power Ranger figures, which I'm really not into the Power Ranger figures. And then you got the Star Wars figures. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, he has a ton of Star Wars figures in his shop. I mean, just look at that. Rows and rows of Star Wars figures galore. You won't believe it when you come in there. I mean, just, and I got the top shelf there, the skiff from episode 6. Of course, if you hear a noise in the background, that's my coffee pot running. And there's the exclusive order. You ordered these guys Christmas time, I believe it was Christmas. This card came in, and that was one of the very first original pre-orders. Here, let's listen to the sound here. Let me rewind it. Well, no, I can't get to it in time, but here's some Star Trek The Next Generation stuff. I have that case there. I have that transporter. Probably should have bought me another transporter. There is the shuttlecraft. Mars Attacks. I didn't even notice that Mars Attacks. And then you have these, of course, these Batman figures. Batman Legends. Batman Returns. The Dark Knight collection, which I love. I love those Batmans. I knew I wanted to buy all those Star Trek figures. Here's the RoboCop collection. I did not see interesting figures I wanted to buy. I did see RoboCop. Like, there's a RoboCop there. And maybe if I go back, I will end up with a RoboCop. I bought so much Star Trek. It's not even funny. Like, I'll show you. We'll do a separate video. Like, just look at all the Star Trek figures. I couldn't believe it. I was overwhelmed. And the thing about these Star Trek figures here is they are very reasonably priced. My goodness. Well, everything in this store is very reasonably priced. And if you go in, most of the time the owner's right there. You could talk to him. I think him and his wife. I didn't ask very much questions when I did the interview. I guess I should have asked more questions. And but I should have bought that Geordie LaForge. Look at that Geordie LaForge there. I should have bought that one. Just an amazing store. I think I would have bought that one. That would have been kind of cool. I got that guy. That guy there. I got him. And then, of course, we go over to some of the cases here. There's Baby Yoda. My daughter wanted me to film Baby Yoda. Wanted to make sure that I got Baby Yoda. Even though Baby Yoda is pretty much everywhere. Here's some vintage Kenner Star Wars action figures. Just look at all those vintage Kenner figures. And I'm not even going to go into what Red Letter Media did by destroying just thousands of those. Look at the wrestlers. I wish I would have got that Sergeant Slaughter wrestler. That $1 Million Man, that is one of the best looking $1 Million Mans that I've ever seen of the LJN. These are all LJN wrestling figures. And I think somewhere is a custom Hillbilly Jim with his outfit. Look, there's Freddie Glessy. And I think we're coming across there's the Brooklyn Brawler. And now we're into the Hasbro figures. It's a custom Hasbro Hillbilly Jim. About $50. That's a little bit high for my taste. I didn't want to go for that. But I think a lot of these, like some of these might be customs. Like a lot of them might be customs there. Of course, you have referee. Looks like Pat Patterson, maybe. A custom Hasbro. And then all these Hulk Hogan's there. As you can see, all these LJNs just look really good. Some of those Hulk Hogan's there are kind of like my Hulk Hogan with the smashed nose. And it looks like he has ringside collectibles there. Cards. I'm not sure. Look at that Hot Rod Roddy Piper. And look at that Mr. T. That is a Mr. T with He-Man, Masters Universe. And there's Macho Man with a Masters Universe thing on his chest. And look at all the Hasbro. Oh my goodness. Look at the Brutus the Barber Beefcake. There's 2 or 3 different versions there. And just that Bobby the Brain Heenan right there. I would love to gotten that Bobby the Brain Heenan. I wish I would have bought that. Yokozuna, Hulk Hogan. I mean, just so much. Those Hasbro, I think, came out a couple of years ago with the more modern wrestlers and wrestlers from the Attitude Era. Some of those might be custom. I'm not sure. I should have asked them all these questions. Of course, you got a lot of King Kong Bundys there. King Kong Bundy, very hard to get a hold of. In good condition. I have some of these. Oh, now we get into the Ninja Turtles. Just look, the rock monsters from Dimension X. You got the Turtle Van there. Just a lot of really cool Ninja Turtle figures. Some I haven't even heard of. I haven't even seen some of these. I did a lot of Stiller camera work. There's Casey Jones. I don't have him. I probably should have got him. There's one figure I did get that's in here. I do have that right there. And boy, did I spend a lot of time thinking, oh, looky here. Castle of Lines. The Voltron Castle. Boy, if I had the money to spend on that, believe me, brother, I would have got it. $199, I do believe it is. And then you got Thundercats down here. You got Pee Wee Herman. I wish I would have bought that Pee Wee Herman. That would have been amazing. And look at all the He-Man figures. He's got Motu figures galore here. And there's a book in the case, which we'll talk about eventually. It's a Masters of the Universe guide to the toys, the Motu toys, and it's signed. It's a signed book, and he actually took that out of the case. He took the time to take that out of the case and actually let me look through it. It's awesome. Now look at this Castle Grayskull here. I love this Castle Grayskull. It's a custom Castle Grayskull. Just a new paint job and some other applied moss and stuff like that. You got Snake Mountain there with the chains. I love those chains. They look like longer chains. I think those are custom chains. There's the Walking Dinosaur. My daughter wanted me to get the camera on the Walking Dinosaur, so I did. Yeah, I think those are repo. Those have got to be repo chains because they're really long. I don't know. They could be the original. I don't think that the original chains were that long, though. And then, of course, he's got comic books and video games, which I think I forgot to film the video games. But I did get some of these comic books here. And coming up here is a Batman. And I have that poster. I have that Batman picture. I'm sure you've seen it in some of my videos. The exact same thing, except mine's really messed up over years of just hanging it without the glass. I broke the glass to mine years ago, and boy, does that look awesome. I would love to have that. Boy, that'd be nice. You got some Marvel comic books here. A lot of Marvel comic books, it looks like, more so than DC. And got Star Wars and just a lot of comic books and toys. And look at there, a Mankind comic book. I didn't notice that. The camera's kind of moving kind of fast here. But boy, what a day we had visiting this shop. This is a really cool store with a lot of really cool things in it. There's the old 12-inch G.I. Joes. And again, a shout out to Pixel Dan for showing the video. Hey, there's a Fredbird. I didn't notice that Fredbird there in the corner. Of course, as everybody knows, I'm a huge Cardinal fan. And there's a giant Stormtrooper. Hey everybody, I'm Hebro77 here, and I'm standing by with Daniel. He's the owner of Evansville. He's in games. And this is the owner, Daniel. Daniel?
Hi.
This is our first time here. This is a really nice store. I really appreciate you
Thank you.
taking the time here to talk with me on my YouTube channel.
I appreciate you coming in.
You know, there's a good story behind this. This is what the third week since the reopening.
Yeah, I think this is technically the fourth, but yeah, we're right on the third, fourth week of being open.
And would you like to, for those that don't know, I mean, tell a little bit of the story of what happened? I know there was a fire.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, about 3 months ago now, there was a person who set our building on fire at the flea market we were set up at, where we had quite a bit of stuff. We had over $200,000 worth of toys, video games, and such that were set. So we have toys jumping off the shelves. People want them so bad. No, but there was unfortunately somebody set it on fire and everything. You know, we lost all that. So we had to figure out what to do next. So that's how this came about. Long story short is there was a lot of people reaching out to us, kids and big kids, you know, and adults, reaching out saying how much that the flea market where we were at meant to them, and they really wanted us to do something again. So I promised a couple of the kids that's what I was going to figure out something. We were going to either have a store or set up somewhere again, and that's how, you know, to make that promise follow through, that's how we decided to end up doing this.
Awesome. Yeah. Terrible about the fire, but what rose up out of it, you know, you got a wonderful store, like I said, nice.
Thank you.
Bunch of stuff, you know, from Ninja Turtles to He-Man we got Power Rangers here, Wrestlers,
Oh, yeah.
LJN, and Hasbro.
Oh yeah.
Ghostbusters also.
Yeah. All the stuff I had when I was a kid that I love.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a pleasure visiting your store.
Thank you.
And I hope all the best for you.
I appreciate it. It's a pleasure talking with you. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.